Sunday afternoon footy through the 81st Minute YouTube channel. Another PS4 fantasy game for you this afternoon. It's the 1992 Illawarra Steelers up against the Newtown Jets of 1981. We'll get to the teams in a second. Just a few stats or a few things to go through before we get off. In this game, two very equally matched teams, two hard-nosed packs. The difference this afternoon could be the locks, Graham O'Grady and Ian Russell, both in the 13 this afternoon, and that should be an interesting one-on-one tussle. The 92 Steelers, they made the prelim final and bowed out against St. George, the Big Brothers, in a 4-0 classic. 4-0 the Steelers went down, so close to the grand final, while the 81 Jets, as we all know, they lost to the Parramatta Eels in the 81 decider at the Sydney Cricket Ground, and within a few years the Jets were no more. You're watching the 81st Minute Sunday afternoon footy on the 81st Minute YouTube channel. You're with Curtis Woodward. Let's go through the two teams. The Steelers, the fullbacks David Riolo, the wingers Wishart and McIndoe, the centres are Brett Rodwell and Paul McGregor. Simon and Neil are the halves. The front row for the Steelers, Waddell, Skiffaletti and David Walsh starts. He starts in the front row ahead of Teitzel. And the back row, John Cross, Neil Pinchinelli and Ian Russell. That's the starting 13 for the Steelers. The bench, Bill Dunn, Craig Izzard, Ryan Girdler and Craig Teitzel. He goes back to the bench. While for the Newtown Jets, the visitors, Sigsworth is the fullback. Ferguson and Ray Blacklock are on the wings. Hetherington and Mick Ryan are the centres. The halves, Paul Morris, he'll do the goal kicking. Tommy Radonigas, he is the 7 and skipper. The front row, Steve Bowden, Barry Jensen and Steve Blythe. And the back row, Phil Gould, Mick Pittman and Graham O'Grady. The bench for the Jets, Bugden, Ellis, Walters and Wilson. They're your two teams for Sunday afternoon footy on the 81st Minute YouTube channel. And we are almost ready to go. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at the 81st Minute, through our Facebook channel, the 81st Minute Rugby League. The website is the81stminute.com. And if you haven't heard it yet, get a load of our new podcast, Top of the Props. It's available through iTunes, Spotify and Podbean. And our latest interview this week with Warriors legend Joe Vungana. Great story. And there's plenty of other episodes there. There's now 5 in the bank, actually. And watch this space, another episode coming up very, very soon. But the main event today here on the 81st Minute YouTube channel, it is 1992 Steelers up against the 81 Newtown Jets. Beautiful day down here in Wollongong. It's the Steelers up against the Jets. We're about to see the two teams out on the field. And the Jets are out there. And the sports ground here in Wollongong, bathed in sunshine. The Jets in their famous blue strip, the Steelers in the red. And very, very similar strips, as you can see as well. And this should be a cracking game. As we mentioned, two equally matched teams. And we're about to get underway in Sunday afternoon footy through the 81st Minute YouTube channel. It'll be the Steelers defending the northern end in the first half. And we're underway. How good's this look? I know it's AI and PS4 and fantasy football, but two classic teams, two classic clubs, and they're back on your streaming devices today. Goes away to O'Grady. Doesn't stand very tall. He's about 174 centimetres odd, but Morris starts at 5'8". Goes away to Chicka Ferguson. He's downfield. And a very, very good start here from the Jets. They spin it back away to the right. It goes away to Blythe. And that's the last tackle. Dragged down by Waddell. Radonigas kicks. It's deep. He wants it to hold up, and it will roll dead. Both teams will be happy with that. The Jets, they rolled up the field nicely. And the Steelers now with their first opportunity. There's not many better views in the game, whether it's through the PS4 in a fantasy game or real life Sunday Arvo footy. Not a cloud in the sky in Wollongong. Fantastic town as well. And they get to see their Steelers back on the field today. Skipper Letty's the dummy half. They go the blind side away to McIndoe. And a crunching tackle on him. Saw a crazy score last night at Campbelltown between... That's offside. So, the Jets with an early chance. And just quickly, we did see a crazy score last night between the 96 Magpies and the Hunter Mariners. Check that out on our YouTube channel if you haven't seen it yet. But here's an early chance for the Newtown Jets. Hetherington plays it. Ferguson. And they're only 2 metres away from the try line. Early chance here. Bowden. Good defence from the Steelers. And they hold their line early here. The Jets are away to the left. Radoniga short ball. And Phil Gould gets the first try. Well, how about that? Gus gets the try off a short ball from Radoniga. So you can see him coming from a mile away. And what about that for a start from the Newtown Jets? 4 minutes played. Try to Phil Gould. And it'll be the 6 Morris to try to convert. Fantastic pass from Radonigas. Phil Gould wrapping around the back. And it's Newtown 6-0 early here in Wollongong. It all came from McNeil kicking the ball into the back of one of his own teammates. Which is, of course, a penalty in this version of the game. Blythe will play it. Jensen's the dummy half. Played 1 game for the Blues, Jensen, in 81. Radonigas through the middle. I think we've got a jersey swap out there for the Steelers. I think Walsh, who was originally on the bench, he starts today. And he's in 16, so... away to Hetherington. He's downfield. McGregor drags him down. Nice play. The kick from Morris. That's a good kick too. Taken by Rodwell, who gets back there to centre. 6-0, 6 minutes played here in Wollongong. Sunday afternoon footy on the 81st minute YouTube channel. Russell's downfield. Great run from the lock. What a player he was. And the Steelers fans out there, they know exactly who Ian Russell is. A legend of the club. Pinchinelli. Skiffoletti straight down the middle of the field. We'll have to come back to it, but Pinchinelli was named in 11, but he's out there in 10. And another penalty against the Steelers. So a couple of kicks now have let the home side down. And the Jets say thank you very much, we'll take them all day. Bowden. Flat ball away to Morris. Into the teeth of the Steelers pack. And the Steelers controlling the ruck nicely, but they are down 6-0. And the Jets happy to roll it down through their front rollers. Now they spin it out to the left-hand side for them, and Hetherington will take the tackle underneath McGregor. Back to Radonigas. Kicks, and again he's found plenty of space. And it's back to Rod Wishart, the Kangaroo, goal-kicking legend on the Wollongong club. Russell gets away from one, but there's 2 Jets there to clean him up, including Jensen. Riolo plays the ball inside his own 30. Skiffoletti's the dummy half. They go to the right-hand side. McNeil, he's got no players with him, and he's brought down. And they've already gone through 4 tackles. That's 5, so Walsh will play it. And it goes back to Neil now. And it's taken on the full by Phil Sigsworth, and he's back to halfway, and he's over it. So the Jets in the field position at the moment. Bowden, good run from him, brought down by John Simon. Sigsworth. And the post-contact meter so far from the Jets has been fantastic. They go to the left-hand side. Morris, you can see it again. Pincinelli drags him down. 4 tackles played. The Jets hit the blind side. Back inside of John Ferguson. Plenty of speed brought down by Riolo. A metre away. Quick play the ball. Goes back to Morris now. He's going to bomb for the end goal. It's a good kick. They're coming through. It's taken. And Sigsworth gets the try for the Jets. They've got 2. Back to back. And the visitors are on fire early here in Wollongong. Sigsworth one-on-one. Takes the ball and plants it. And 12 minutes gone. And a chance here for the Jets to be up 12-0. The 5'8 Morris with the shot. And he kicks it. So it's Newtown 12-0. Sunday afternoon 40 on the 81st minute YouTube channel. You're with Curtis Woodward. The 92 Steelers up against the 81 Jets. Plenty of videos already from fantasy grudge matches we've done online, so check them out on our YouTube channel. Sigsworth. Pittman. Defence from John Simon. He was a big man for a half, particularly back in the 90s when he played. Played a lot of his time at 7. The kick from Morris. So good defensive set there from the Steelers. And look at Riolo go. He's down to the 30. What a run from the fullback. And the Jets, they're backpedaling now. Skipoletti out of dummy half. And he's brought down inside the Jets 20. Neil's the dummy half. Goes back to Riolo. Brought down. 3 tackles gone. Southern end of Wynn Stadium. Neil gets the pass away to Pincinelli. And he's dragged it down 5 metres away. Here come the Steelers. They hit the blind side, goes away to McIndoe for the corner. But the Jets get across and make the tackle. Last play now. Neil bombs back for centre field at the post. It's taken by Rodwell, but he's dragged the ground. Good defence this time from the Jets. We'll have a changeover. Inside their 10. Oh, it's play on. They've lost the ball. Will Jensen tried to pass it to Morris. He wasn't ready for it. And another chance for the Steelers. They might score right here. They do, and it's McNeil. Well, just like that, the Steelers hit back, and it all comes from a mistake from the Jets. Morris wasn't ready for the pass from Jensen, and the Jets couldn't reset in time. And just like that, the home team get their first of the afternoon. McNeil next to the post. We saw him on Thursday night playing for the 88 Tigers. Wishart. And that's 12-6. A happy Easter to whoever's watching this game at the moment, live or watching it back later tonight. Russell down the middle of the field. Hope you're enjoying a beer or a scotch. Whatever it is that you do drink. Halfway, 12-6. Sunday Arvo footy, the 81st minute YouTube channel. Waddell's down the middle of the field. Well, just like that, the Steelers are back on the attack. They're down only by 6, Riolo. Last play now. Back to Neil. Oh, that might be dead on the full. No, it bounces just inside the dead ball line, but that's an ordinary kick from Neil. He was probably just more worried about not kicking into one of his own teammates. That's a horrible kick. Walsh is off. Teetsall is on. And Walters is on for the Jets. And Jensen, the hooker, gets a spell. So Walters will play hooker. Brady gets away from one. Skifoletti makes the tackle. And now Bowden. So the Steelers, they've been on top the last 5 or so minutes. And now Walters, though, changes that. He's down the middle of the field. And Bowden again. brought down 40 metres away. Last play now for the Jets. Goes back to Morris. Kicks downfield and it's taken by Rod Wishart. Gets away from one. Flat ball away to Waddell. It's knocked down. It's picked up by the Jets. The Steelers with another unforced error. And now the Jets have a chance to go back into the attack. They're 25 metres away. They're up 12-6 here at Wynn Stadium. Morris brought down by Pinchinelli. Blythe, inside ball to O'Grady. 11 metres away from the try line. They go back to the left-hand side. Gould now takes the pass, gets away from one, but he's brought down now. 5 metres away from the try line. It's the last play. What have the Jets got here? Morris. He chips into the in goal. It might be a little bit too deep. It's taken by McGregor in goal. And Morris might have been better served there, keeping it on the ground. McGregor is a big human being. And he's done that easily in goal. Seitzel. So we've worked out what the jersey swap is. Beautiful ball from Riolo. Better defence there from Ferguson. So Pinchinelli's in 10 and Teitzel is in 11. Neal with the kick downfield. Sigsworth brought down. Very strong defence. Would have been Ian Russell in the middle of the field. Gould. McGregor gets in, ball and all. Ferguson now with space. Chickers downfield. He's down to the 40. Good defence though from David Riolo. But Ferguson's back to his feet very quickly. And McIndoe from marker had to make that tackle. He does. 22 minutes played. Bowden, settling run again from him. He's been very good in the middle. The number 8, Morris. Kicks for the in goal. Taken by Riolo. Back to the 10, back to the 20. This is a very good game of footy so far. Sunday afternoon rugby league on the 81st minute YouTube channel. That's forward by a mile. Shocking pass from Dean Schifoletti. And the Jets with another chance here. Rodonigus feeds the scrum. Back to Morris. It's a pass away inside to O'Grady. He just broke away from Locke. Rodonigus. And the attack's just a little bit off at the moment. But again, good post contact meters there. Away to the left-hand side. Morris. There's two Steelers there. Walsh and Pinchinelli. Okay, back to the left-hand side. Away to Hetherington. He might be there himself for centre. Brought down. Referee says play it. Out of dummy half goes Walters. He's dragged back into the field of play. He's almost got on the line himself. Last one now. They get the pass back to Morris. Goes to the try line and he scores the try. Well, if you saw there were 3 or 4 Steelers in at marker. That took out 3 of them. And the guys on the blind side couldn't get across. And another try for the Jets. And Morris to convert his own try from about 15 metres to the left-hand side of the post. And he converts. So the Jets up by 12. Here in Wollongong. Jensen's back on the field for the Jets now. The 92 Steelers up against the 81 Jets. Blythe brought down by Russell. Rodonigus. Such a strong little halfback, Tom Rodonigus. Wins a battle to Tommy. And he continues to fight those battles in his post-career. Beaten cancer again. Absolute legend, Tom Rodonigus. Feel good. A kick now from Hetherington, the centre. Breaks it back across field, but it's taken by Riolo. Back over halfway, down to the 40, down to the 31 to beat, but good defence from Sigsworth. He needed to make that tackle because it would have been a try for the home team. Pinchinelli. Schifoletti's the dummy half. McIndoe. There's quite an Italian feel to this Steelers side, isn't there? McGregor, good ball. Teetsel, some space in the big front row, but he's brought down 5 metres away from the try line. 4 tackles gone, goes away to John Simon. And the big 5'8" tries to get there himself. Last play now, goes back to Michael Neal. He kicks to the in goal. There's plenty of Steelers there, but it's taken by John Ferguson. And the Jets repel the Steelers there. Feel good. Ferguson gets away from him. Brought down by McGregor. It's Hetherington. Back to Phil Gould again. McGregor's hit him a couple of times. Forward pass. Well, it looked flat. Referee says forward. And now the Steelers with a chance to come back on the attack. On halfway, Riolo. Schiaffeletti, dummy half. Simon. Not much doing here at the moment for the Steelers. Schiaffeletti at a dummy half. Tries to change that. Brought down by Jensen. Simon's in it. Oh no, they've done it again. They've lost the ball again. I think it was Walsh, the front rower, trying to tip the ball on. And the Jets say thank you very much. Bowden. If you haven't followed us on Twitter yet, we'll come back to that. Ferguson's away. Got some space. Brought down by Riolo. Last tackle now 40 metres away. And the kick now will come from Morris. Riolo's out of position, so the Steelers have to get back. It's Russell, the lock, who gets back there. Yeah, if you've got Twitter, follow us there at the 81st minute. The Facebook page is the 81st Minute Rugby League. The website, the81stminute.com. And the podcast, Top of the Props. It's available through Podbean, iTunes and Spotify. And this week we spoke to Joe Vunganar about growing up in Auckland, a huge fan of the local Auckland competition, and just as a kid, as a top prospect coming through the grades and being part of that first Warriors side, and obviously his fantastic career, which ended in England with the all-conquering Bradford Bulls. He won, I think, 2 World Club Challenge and 1,000 grand finals. Joe Vunganar was part of that. So have a listen. Top of the Props. Goes back to Graham O'Grady. Plays the ball now on his own 20. So good defensive set so far from the Steelers. Blythe will play it centre field, 25 away from his own line. Very slow play of the ball. Morris has to kick downfield. I think it might be a 40-20 attempt, but it plugs in the turf here at Wollongong. And Riolo will play the ball. McGregor. And the big centres straight down the field. Got away from Sigsworth. And we're nearing half-time. Pinchinelli, Schiaffeletti. 3 tackles gone. Pinchinelli again. Played last night for the Hunter Mariners in our Saturday night game against the 96 Magpies. And it's the last tackle now. They're 22 metres away, the Steelers. Can they get a try before half-time? Michael Neal bombs across field. Ray Blacklock's there. It's taken by Brett Rodwell. Gets the pass away to Rod Wishart. Gets away from one. But the Jets are there to make the tackle. Blacklock forces Wishart to ground. And interestingly, the Steelers have taken Russell off the field. Izzard's on. But that was a great sequence there from both teams. The bomb from Michael Neal, the tap back from Rodwell, the pass. Wishart for the corner, dragged down by Ray Blacklock. There's away to Bugden, who's on the field now. Play on, the ball went to ground, Morris. Last play now, inside their own 40. And the kick down the centre of Wynn Stadium. Rod Wishart's there to take it. And he's brought down now on his own 30. Izzard. Let him go. That's his second. Teetsel was named on the bench. Came on in 11. And Piccinelli on the field in 10. Away to Neal. Bit of space here for the Steelers. Down to the 40. Sigsworth comes across. But there's still one play in this set of 6. Skipoletti's the dummy half. They go to the right-hand side. McGregor kicks for the in-goal. And that's why Mary doesn't kick too often. That ball rolls dead. And quite easily. And I know we said this before. We know it's not the real thing, obviously, but Sunday Arvo footy in Wollongong with the Steelers jersey and the Jets. Steelers versus the Jets in Wollongong. Fantastic stuff. Bugden will play the ball inside his own 30. Some space out here. Hetherington, good defence from McIndoe. A couple of old Steelers in this Jets team. Hetherington's one of them. Morris brought down. So very good defensive set from the Steelers. And there's still time for them to get a try before the break. Riolo smashed by Bugden. Jensen was there as well. Teitzel. And Tommy Terrific's there to make the tackle. Around the legs. Both teams, they look pretty stuffed. It's been a pretty good half of football. Skipoletti's at dummy half. Goes himself. Ball down by Jensen. Last play now. 22 metres from the try line. Southern end of Wynn Stadium. This might be another kick dead in goal. It's taken on the bounce by Ferguson. Gould. And Bugden. Again. Jensen. So 18-6. Could have been a little bit closer than that, but that's a fair score for half-time. With Donegas now kicks downfield. Not the best kick, taken on the full by Riolo. He's made plenty of metres, the fullback, on kick return. And a couple of plays left before the break. Neal, inside ball to Izzard. Loses the ball one-on-one to Morris. And if he can get up, the Jets will get one more play in the half. They do. They go to the left-hand side, away to Hetherington. But that will be half-time. And half-time here, the Newtown Jets of 1981. They lead the 92 Steelers 18 points to 6 in the 81st minute. Sunday afternoon footy. And we'll go through the stats from the first half. The Jets, more footy, 57%. And the completions, as you can see there, they've completed more with what they've done with it. And the Steelers with a few more errors as well. The tackles, not too bad. The missed tackles, the Jets have made a few more. And the line breaks, pretty even as well. We'll go to the play ratings from the first half. Hetherington, a lot of the footy on his side of the field, the centre. He leads the way for the Jets. Sigsworth, Morris and Gould have had plenty to do for the Jets in the first half. They've done it nicely. And as we said, Steve Bowden, the front rower for the Jets, getting through a mountain of work and laying the platform so far for them. While for the home team, Michael Neal has been the best for them, the halfback, 105 points. And you'd say Riolo's probably been their best. And Riolo, Skipoletti, McGregor, they've all had good halves. It's only 18-6 at the break. It could have been closer. We will take 4 or 5 minutes here and come back for the second half. So just keep an eye on your screen. It's halftime in Sunday afternoon footy on the 81st minute YouTube channel. It's the 81 Jets leading the 92 Steelers 18 points to 6. Seconds away from the second half here in Sunday afternoon footy on the 81st minute YouTube channel with Curtis Woodward, and it's half time. The 1981 Newtown Jets 18 lead the 92 Steelers 6. Tries in the first half. Phil Gould got the first try in the 4th minute off a beautiful Tommy Rodriguez pass. Phil Sigsworth got the next one in the 12th minute, and then the Steelers got their first try the only try of the first half for them. Michael Neal got the try, Wishart the conversion, and then Morris in the 24th. It's been an arm wrestle, 18 points to 6, and compared to some of the scores we've seen recently in these simulation games on the 81st minute YouTube channel, it's a pretty low-scoring affair. So we'll get back to the second half now, live from Wollongong, Sunday afternoon footy, 18-6, the Jets lead the Steelers. And if you want to contact us and let you know you're watching, on Twitter at the 81st Minute, the Facebook page, the 81st Minute Rugby League, and you can email us the 81st Minute at outlook.com. Don't forget the website, the 81stminute.com, and the podcast, Top of the Props, available through iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean. As the shadows get longer here in Wollongong, Rodwell, good defence from Blacklock. Cross, back to Skiffeletti. Good defensive set from the Jets. Solid stuff from the Steelers as well. And Simon with the long kick downfield. Sigsworth will bring it back. Flat ball to Morris. Keep an eye out on our social channels later tonight. We'll have the next 4 games next weekend. Thursday, Friday and Saturday nights. And then, of course, Sunday afternoon footy. All available. Whether you watch it live or you watch it back later on our YouTube channel. And Riolo's very deep here, and he's going to let Wishart bring it back. And Rodonicus is the first one there. Crunches the winger. Flat ball to Izzard. Brought down there by O'Grady. Simon, down the middle of the field, plenty of space here for the Steelers. They're only 30 metres away. The Steelers Leagues Club end of the ground. Wishart with the kick. Might be a little bit too deep. They're coming through quickly, but Sigsworth is there to take it. And Jensen, the hooker, down the middle of the field now. Brought down. Sigsworth. Lost the ball, they've lost it back. O'Grady. I think it was Bugden who lost the ball on the tackle. Phil Gould gets the pass away to Morris. Blythe brought down. Good defence from the Steelers. Last play now. Rodonigus will kick. And a few people have asked on our social media channels, how do you create these? Well, obviously everyone knows how to create the plays on the game, but very meticulous statistically. Speed, size. We try to do our best with appearance as well. Just like this man, Rodwell. With the headgear throughout his career. Skiffeletti, there you go. Tape around the head. So we did our best. Some players obviously quicker than others. Body shapes, all that came into account. As Ferguson brings it back to the Jets. A long ball across the line. Rodonigus gets the pass away to Pittman. I thought Rodonigus might have been through the tackle. And Pittman's dragged back by Brett Rodwell now. There's away to Mick Ryan. He's got some space. Rodwell was out of position. Rodonigus. Good defence from the Steelers. 4 tackles played. No score in the second half. Gets the pass away to big Jeff Bugden down the middle of the field now. And eventually he's dragged down by Walsh. Michael Neal was there as well. Last play goes back to Rodonigus. Kicks for the in goal, and that one's on the full too. So the kicking from both teams on the last tackle from the halves. A little bit to be desired so far. Rodwell down the field, down the halfway. Blacklock's there, so will Sigsworth. Schiaffeletti down the blind side. John Simon. 4 tackles played. They're 35 metres away. They're inching closer. Away to the left, Rodwell. Good defence again from Ray Blacklock. And it's now the last. Simon wants this to hold up. Ferguson says, no, I want to play it. And he brings it back into the field of play. Sunday afternoon footy on the 81st Minute YouTube channel, streaming live. With the match available later on, full match replay. So you can watch it to your heart's content. The ball movement here from the Jets. Not going anywhere though. O'Grady on the last. Plays it back now. And that's a really good set defensively from the 92 Steelers. And they've a chance to go on the attack here. Schiaffeletti's the dummy half. But again, Tommy Rodonigas there at marker. Gives him nothing. Way to Wishart. It's been a good battle, Wishart versus Blacklock on that side of the field. Ferguson versus McIndoe on the other side's been good too. Last play now, Simon. Kicks to the post. Taken by Sigsworth. Brings it back into the field of play. Down to his 10. And brought down now. For the time being, the Steelers winning the field position. But I don't think that a couple of these smaller forwards for the Jets can't be underrated what they're doing with the footy and the brains as well. O'Grady at lock, Phil Gould in the second row. The Steelers had the size advantage, but the Jets have matched them beautifully so far this afternoon. Riolo down the halfway. He's up to the 40, down to the 30. Shut the gate. There's no one in front of him, and Riolo gets the try. Well, he deserves that, David Riolo. His kick returns have been fantastic today. It wasn't the best kick from Tommy Rodonigas. I think it was, maybe Morris. Riolo took it on his 25. And the returning defensive line, it was just no good. And Riolo, big try, that one here. Sunday afternoon footy at Wollongong. And the Steelers are back. Rod Wishart to make it a 6-point game. And he converts. 18 points to 12. Well, that's an interesting interchange for the Steelers. Ryan Girdler on the field. Schiaffeletti off. So we should see a reshuffle there. Maybe someone like a John Cross goes into dummy half. We'll have a look here. No, it looks like Girdler's going to play dummy half. So Girdler's going to play hooker. Riolo down the middle of the field again. And just to put that in perspective for everyone, yes, it's an AI game on a PS4 device, but when we created Ryan Girdler, dummy half was not one of the 3 positions he was preferred. So Girdler's just out there. But the Steelers, it's working out nicely. Girdler out of dummy half beats one. If he gets a try here or sets one up, it'll be a masterstroke from the Steelers. The grubber kick, Tommy Rodonigas is back there. And we'll see how long Girdler's out there for. There's a way to Mick Ryan in the field. 55 minutes played. Pittman, pass back to Walters. Rodonigas beats one, down to the 40. Way to the right it goes. Pittman, more space here for the Newtown Jets. Now they're brought down. They're only 20 metres away. 78 metres made in that set of 6. Rodonigas puts it in the air. Knocked back, but it's taken by Walsh. And the Steelers will start their set of 6 inside their own 20. Riolo, has he lost the ball? He's lost the ball. 1-on-1. Well, that could be the big play of the game if the Jets get a try here. Goes away to Pittman. 11 metres away from the try line. They go back centre field. Inside border boulders. Plays the ball 11 metres away. Bugged him. Brought down. 4 tackles gone. Goes back to field Gould. Nothing doing there for the Jets. And he'll play it back now. Rodonigas, kick to the in-goal. Picked up by the Steelers. Izzard, can he get back? No, he can't do it. And the Jets make the tackle. Girdler's back off the field, so that didn't last long. Skiffletti's back out there. Rodonigas, he had his front runners with him. He says, no, I'll take it back myself. Morris. 18 points to 12. Sunday Arvo footy on the 81st minute YouTube channel. The Jets versus the Steelers. Jensen downfield. He'll play the ball now 5 metres away. Can the Steelers hold on? Sigsworth. 4 tackles gone. 2 to play. Flat ball goes away to Tommy Rodonigas and he scores. Tommy Rodonigas gets the try for the Jets. And you can see there, he shifted back to the right-hand side. He saw the numbers. He goes himself. And the Steelers couldn't stop it. And Tommy Rodonigas gets the try, the skipper, the halfback. As the sun drags itself down behind the ground here with the Pacific Ocean out over the eastern hill. It's now 24 points to 12. This has been a great game of footy. And Tommy Rodonigas gets the try, which could be the match winner. We'll find out. It was a 1-on-1 steal against the Steelers. They got the Jets originally back on the tack. Morris. Jensen out of dummy half. Skiffletti makes the tackle. Hooker on hooker. And that's Blythe. McIndoe. Another Steelers legend. He's away to Pinchinelli. Good defence this time from Hetherington, but he gives away the penalty. Gives away the penalty. And the Steelers will come back downfield. And we saw on the screen there, Girdler is back on the field for Skiffletti. So the Steelers, they may see an opportunity down the middle of the field and they want to use Girdler's speed. But his service from dummy half might be questionable. We'll find out. There he is, Girdler. Smashing the tackle by Rodonigas. Simon now to dummy half. Flat ball to Izzard. Gets away from one. He's down to the 10. Craig Izzard brought down by Sigsworth. 4 tackles played now. They come back to the right-hand side. Goes away to Tietzel. Plays the ball. This is a very important play here for the Steelers. Goes back inside to John Simon. He bombs for the in-goal. It's not that high. And it wasn't high enough because his players couldn't get through. So it's more like a mid-range chip kick from John Simon. Sigsworth gets the pass away now to Pittman. Rounded up by Rodwell. Ryan. Walters in the dummy half. They come back to the left-hand side. And Phil Gould now takes the tackle. Michael Neal, the halfback, does nicely. Last play now goes back to Morris. He kicks back down to Riolo. And Tom Rodonigas is there again. The kick chase from the halfback has been fantastic. Now Rodwell's down to the 30, up to the 40. And it's been a great game of footy. Simon's the dummy half. He goes to the blind side. Good work from the 6. Plays the ball now, 35 metres away. Girdler, Rodwell. Wishart, centre field. Does he lose the ball? No, Rodonigas can't get it. And it's the last play now. Rodonigas offside. Well, Tommy wasn't square at marker. And the Steelers, they went to their left. It touched Rodonigas' arm. And another big play in this game. Here come the 92 Steelers at Wollongong. Rodwell away from one. A metre away from the try line. Michael Neal's the dummy half, goes back inside to John Cross. And they have to get it back to the post. Rodwell. There's a pass away to John Simon. He might get there himself. He does, the big man. So the big number 6. He does it himself. And some weary legs there from the Jets. The number 6, John Simon, he uses his size. And the Steelers hit back in the 66th minute. It'll be Wishart again to make it a 6-point game. He kicks it. Beautiful strike from Rod Wishart. And the Jets now lead 24 points to 18. 14 minutes to play. On the 81st minute YouTube channel, the 92 Steelers up against the 81 Jets. Izzard. 6-point game. Rodwell, plenty of space for him now. Down to halfway. Skifoletti's the dummy half. The Jets aren't onside. Simon rolling here, the Illawarra Steelers. Full tackle's gone. Gets up now. Flat ball away to John Cross. And that'll be the last tackle. The kick should come from John Simon. He's in position. He's on the left-hand side of the field. He kicks back towards the post. Taken by Sigsworth. Walters, O'Grady, Bowden. And laundry brought to you today by my fiancée Tepper, who's coming to the room. He's in the basket. Oh no, they've stolen the ball. Tietzel's got it. Well, he hasn't got the speed, but here come the Steelers. They're 30 metres away. The Jets have lost the ball. And now Rodwell's got it, so what can they do? Second tackle. Skifoletti, away to Izzard. Big finish here coming in Wollongong. Skifoletti, back to Simon. Way to Wishart, away to John Cross. Good defence from Ray Blacklock. Wishart, Rodwell, Izzard. Last tackle. And they get a repeat set of 6. It's gone to John Cross on the last. Did he know it was the last tackle? Ian Russell's back on the field now for the Steelers. I'll tell you what, if someone can win the game, it could be an Ian Russell. Riolo's been very good at fullback. And the Steelers, they haven't got any ball to their right-hand side today. In the second half, goes away to Pittman. Can he get there? He's brought down. I thought he was there. He beat the fullback in Riolo. The Jets are 5 metres away. Sigsworth, 4 tackles gone. Jensen's the dummy half. Beautiful pass away to Bowden. Gets the pass. And Bowden scores the try for the Jets. That might be the game. The big front rower, Bowden. What an offload. Who was that passed the ball there? It was Morris. Well, we're talking about how the Steelers can get back into this game, and all of a sudden, of all the match winners in the game, number 8, Bowden. There you go. Morris, who gave the offload. And the Jets are now up by 12. 30 points to 18 with only 9 minutes to play. Rodonigas, way to Bugden. And the Steelers need to win here. And by that I mean they need to defend strongly, and they have let Jensen straight down the middle of the field. And only 3 tackles gone. That will give the Jets Great position here. O'Grady, what a run from him to 13. 4 tackles gone. Goes back to the right-hand side, Sigsworth. Last tackle now. That's a great set after points from the Jets. Goes back to Rodonigus. Kicks, it might roll, it rolls, and it's gone dead. So we'll come back for a 20-metre tap. Riolo did touch it, but I think it was already dead in goal by the time he got there. Let's have a look. No, they didn't show us, but... So the Steelers have brought Girdler back on for a 3rd time. Russell gets away from one. Russell down the middle of the field, up to halfway. Brought down now, 2nd tackle gone. They need to try very, very soon here. The 92 Steelers. Simon. The 81 Jets. In box position. Wishart down the sideline now. Comes to Sigsworth. Brought down there in the tackle. Mick Ryan was there to help. John Cross. It's the last. And then a result here, the Steelers. Simon kicks, picked up by the Jets. One of them could have been offside there, but the referee says play on. And that could be the ball game. O'Grady. If you're watching this one live or you're watching it back later, don't forget there's plenty of other games you can watch on the 81st Minute YouTube channel. So check them out. Bowden will play it back. Time slipping away for the home team. Wishart back to the 40. He's brought down by O'Grady inside his own half. Away to Rodwell, beats one. He's only got Sigsworth to beat, but again, Phil Sigsworth does amazing. Back to John Cross. 3 tackles gone. Wishart. Inside border Simon. 4 gone. They're only 10 metres away. They need to try right here, the Steelers. Goes back inside to Walsh, the front rower. He's probably the wrong bloke to give the ball there when you need something creatively. Rodwell kicks to the in goal. That one might go dead. They've trapped him. They've trapped Walters in goal. So the Steelers, they look like they're close, but they'll have to be very, very good. They'll have to be perfect to win from here. Skiffaletti, short ball to Pinchinelli. Knocked down, taken by the Jets. Jensen, well done. He knocked down the pass. Referee sent one back towards his own in goal. And he dives on it, and that is the game. The Jets will get up in a great game of footy. Morris, Bowden. Not long left now. Both teams have been very good today. Rodonigus. Sigsworth in a dummy half. Bugged them again. Last play. Rodonigus kicks down the centre of the field. As we said, check out our social media channels later on. We'll announce the 4 games for next week. 8 new teams. Plenty of great teams we haven't done so far. Russell down the centre of the field. He'll play it back inside the Jets 30. Simon. They're not going to die wondering here, Illawarra. Cross will play it. There's a way to Rod Wishart. He'll play the ball 10 metres away. A minute to play here in Wollongong. Knocked down by Tommy Rodonigus. And you know what? He may not get man of the match on the player ratings. But personally, Tommy Rodonigus, just the little things today. He's been fantastic for the Jets. Penalty against Riolo. Trying to hold down in the tackle. And Tommy will take his time here. Great victory for the Jets. Great game of football on Sunday afternoon rugby league. The 81st Minute YouTube channel. This will be it. Blacklock takes the tackle. And the Newtown Jets have done it. They've beaten the Illawarra Steelers. 30 points, the away team here in Wollongong. Awesome game of footy. And we'll go through the stats. Well, there you go. Tommy got man of the match. So he should. Yeah. Time in possession, the Jets, a little bit more time there. Their completions, pretty equal as well. In fact, everything pretty close to where it should be for a game of footy like that. It was an arm wrestle all afternoon. Both teams gave it to each other. We look at the play ratings. Tommy Raudonikis, man of the match. Sigsworth was great at the fullback. Paul Morris, the 5'8", was great too. Barry Jensen worked hard from hooker, as did Steve Bowden. He led the Jets team up the middle all day long. While for the Steelers, the 92 Steelers, Michael Neal, he was smart today, played very well. Brett Rodwell, Riolo, John Simon was fantastic second half, and so was Dean Skiff Aletti. So there you go, full time. 81 Jets have beaten the 92 Steelers, 30 points to 18. Tom Raudonikis, man of the match here in Wollongong. And don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at the 81st Minute, through Facebook, the 81st Minute, Rugby League, the website, the81stminute.com, and our podcast is Top of the Props. It's available through iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean. I've been Curtis Woodward, and we'll see you next Thursday night at 8 p.m. for another game of PS4 Fantasy Rugby League on the 81st Minute Rugby League channel.